Good day, everyone. I am Marisayan A. Lario, and I am here to discuss to you about Chapter 5, the 5 generic competitive strategies. So there are several basic approaches to competing successfully and gaining a competitive advantage, but they all involve giving buyers what they perceive as superior value compared to the offerings of rival sellers. So in this chapter, we will be able to describe the 5 generic competitive strategy options for building competitive advantage and delivering superior value to customers. So bago tayo pumunta sa 5 generic competitive strategies, let us define first what a competitive strategy is. So ano nga ba yung competitive strategy? So a company's competitive strategy deals exclusively with the specific of management's game plan for competing successfully. Its specific efforts to please customers, strengthen its market position, counter the maneuvers of rivals, respond to shifting market conditions, and achieve a particular competitive advantage. So for short, yung competitive strategy, this concerns the specific management's game plan in order for them para makapag-compete successfully at makasecure ng competitive advantage dun sa mga rivals nila sa marketplace. So ano yung 5 generic competitive strategies? Una is low-cost provider strategy. Next is yung broad differentiation strategy. Then yung focused low-cost strategy, focused differentiation strategy, and the last one is the best cost provider strategy. So first, let's tackle the low-cost provider strategy. Striving to be the industry's overall low-cost provider is a powerful competitive approach in markets with many price-sensitive buyers. So a company achieves low-cost leadership when it becomes the industry's lowest-cost provider, rather than just being one of perhaps several competitors with low costs. So, yung low-cost leader dito, yung basis ng mga low-cost leader dito, in order for them to have a competitive advantage, is to lower their overall cost kesa dun sa mga competitors. Because success in achieving a low-cost edge over sa rivals ng isang company comes from eliminating or curbing non-essential activities or outmanaging rivals in performing essential activities. Next, discuss natin yung 2 major avenues for achieving a low-cost leadership. So, in order for you to achieve a low-cost edge over dun sa inyong mga rivals, a company's cumulative cost across its overall value chain must be lower than that of your competitors' cumulative cost. So, meron tayong 2 major avenues for accomplishing this. And yun ay first, performing essential value chain activities more cost-effectively than that of our rivals. And then second is revamping the firm's overall value chain to eliminate or bypass some cost-producing activities. Siyempre, for a company to do more cost-efficient job of managing its value chain than those of its rivals, kailangan yung mga managers, they must launch a concerted, ongoing effort to ferret out cost-saving opportunities in every part of the value chain. So, no activity can escape cost-saving scrutiny, and all company personnel must expected to use their talents and ingenuity to come up with an innovative and effective ways to keep costs down. So, kailangan dito ng cost drivers kasi yung cost driver will be a factor to have a strong effect on the cost of a company's value chain activities and cost structures. And then, we will discuss when does a low-cost provider strategy works best. So una, a low-cost provider strategy works best if the price competition among rival sellers is especially vigorous. Siyempre, low-cost providers are in their best position to compete offensively on the basis of price and to survive price wars. And the next is if the product of rival sellers are essentially identical and are readily available from several sellers. So kapag yung mga products natin is the same as those of your rival sellers, syempre, the the competition here is to have your product at a very low price. Because if less efficient and higher costing companies, then that is the company that are most vulnerable. Third is if there are few ways to achieve product differentiation that have value to buyers. So kapag yung product or service differences between brands do not matter much to buyers, so buyers nearly always shop the market for the best price. Fourth one is when buyers incur low cost in switching their purchases from one seller to another. So yung low switching cost gives buyers the flexibility to shift purchases doon sa mga lower priced sellers also having a good quality products, diba? As a low-cost leader, they are well positioned to use low price to induce these customers in order for them not to switch to rival brands. The fifth one is if the majority of industry sales are made to a few large volume buyers. So, yung mga low-cost providers, they are in best position among sellers in bargaining with high-volume buyers because they are able to beat rivals' pricing to land a high-volume sale while maintaining an acceptable profit margin. And then lastly, kapag yung industry newcomers use introductory low prices to attract buyers and build a customer base. So yung low-cost leader dito, they can use price cuts of its own in order for them to make it harder for a new rival to win customers. So the rule here is that the more price-sensitive buyers are, the more appealing a low-cost strategy becomes. Because a low-cost company's ability to set the industry's price floor and still earn a profit erects protective barriers around its market position. The next generic competitive strategy here is the broad differentiation strategies. So differentiation strategies are attractive whenever buyers' needs and preference are too diverse to be fully satisfied by a standardized product or service. Kapag yung company, they are attempting to succeed through differentiation, kailangan nilang pag-aralan yung buyer's need and yung buyer's behavior in order for them to learn what buyers think has value and what they are willing to pay for. Kasi yung essence ng broad differentiation strategy is to offer unique product or service attributes that a wide range of buyers find appealing and worth paying for. So yung success, kapag in-employ itong differentiation strategy, kailangan ng management ng ability para ma-offer ito sa customers through sa pagdadagdag ng product or service attributes or di kaya features na makapag-differentiate ito yung mga products dun sa offering ng isang company from the offerings dun sa mga rival companies. So in my presentation, makikita nyo yung important unique drivers in a company's value chain. So, ano yung unique driver? Yung unique driver kasi is a value chain activity or a factor that can have a strong effect on customer value and creating differentiation. So, yung una dito is seeking out high-quality input. Siyempre, input quality talaga will affect the performance or quality of the company's end product. For example, si Starbucks, they get high ratings sa kanilang coffee. When we say, okay, let's go drink some coffee, unang maisip talaga ng most of the people, let's go to Starbucks. Why? Kasi they have very strict specification when it comes to buying their coffee beans from their suppliers. Kaya, the high quality inputs really affect the customer's preference, for example, in buying coffee. Next unique driver is striving for innovation and technological advances. Because successful innovation is the route to more frequent first on the market victories and is a powerful differentiator. Kasi yung innovation, it proves that if it's hard to replicate, for example, through patent protection or other means, then it can provide a company with a first mover advantage that is sustainable. Sustainable for the company to be more advantageous than those of its rival companies. Then, creating superior product features, design, and performance. Siyempre, yung physical and functional features ng isang product have a big influence on differentiation. Kasi, for example, styling and appearance, they are big differentiating factors in the apparel and in the motor vehicle industries, diba? Size and weight matters in binoculars and smartphones. Pagpipili ka ba ng phone, gusto mo ba yung mabigat? Gusto mo ba yung malaki? Diba? We always wanted a slim phone or yung magaan lang siyang dalhin. Dahil most companies employing broad differentiation strategy is make a point of incorporating innovative and novel features in their product or service offering, especially those that can improve performance. So, investing in production-related research and development activities. If we engage in production R&D, it may permit custom order manufacture at an efficient cost. It can provide wider product variety and selection or improve product quality. Kasi maraming manufacturers na nagde-develop ng flexible manufacturing systems that can allow different models and product versions to be made on the same assembly line. So, being able to provide buyers with made-to-order products can be a really potent differentiating capability of a company. Then, pursuing continuous quality improvement. Yung quality control process, kasi it can reduce product defects. So, we can prevent premature product failure or extend product life and make it economical to offer longer warranty coverage and improve our economy of use. That can result in more end-user convenience, or we can enhance this our product appearance, or we can improve customer service. Emphasizing human resource management activities that can improve the skills, expertise, and knowledge of company personnel. So this is another unique driver, because a company with high caliber intellectual capital often has the capacity to generate the kinds of ideas that drive product innovation, technological advances, better product designs and product performance, and improve production techniques and higher product quality. Second to the last is increasing emphasis on marketing and brand building activities. So, if you have a highly skilled and competent sales force, effectively communicated product information, eye-catching ads, in-store displays, and special promotional campaigns, this can all cast a favorable light on the differentiating attributes of a company's product or service offering and contribute to greater brand name awareness and brand name power to the company. And lastly is improving customer service or adding additional services. So, if better customer service in areas such as delivery, returns, and repair, customer service can be as important in creating differentiation as superior products features. So, when does a differentiation strategy work best? So, syempre, una, when buyer needs and uses of the product are diverse. Because diverse buyer preferences allow industry rivals to set themselves apart with the product attributes that appeal to particular buyers. So for instance, in a restaurant, yung diversity ng consumer preference is the menu selection, the ambience, the pricing, and the customer service that the restaurant gives to the customers. Then, the next one is there are many ways to differentiate a product or service that have value to buyers. Kasi industries allow competitors to add features to product attributes are well suited to differentiation strategies. For example, mga hotel chains, they can be differentiated by their features such as their location, the size of their room, the range of their guest services, in-hotel dining, and the quality and luxuriousness of bedding and furnishings. The third one is few rival firms are following a similar differentiation approach. The best differentiation approaches involve trying to appeal to buyers on the basis of attributes that rivals are not emphasizing. Siyempre, maraming nag-claim na mga rivals ng company that our taste is better than theirs, or di kaya ours gets your clothes cleaner than theirs. So the competitors here tend to end up chasing the same buyers with the very similar product offerings. And lastly is the technological change is fast-paced and competition revolves around rapidly evolving product features. Diba? If there are rapid product innovation and frequent introductions of next version products, for example, si Apple, lagi na lang siyang may pinapalabas na versions every year, every other 2 years. This can heighten buyers' interest and provide space for companies to pursue distinct differentiating paths. So the third generic competitive strategy is focused low-cost strategy. A focused strategy based on low cost aims at securing a competitive advantage by serving buyers in the target market niche at a lower cost and a lower price than rival competitors. So this strategy has considerable attraction when a firm can lower costs significantly by limiting its customer base to a well-defined buyer segment. So yung avenue here to achieve a cost advantage over dun sa mga rival companies also serving the target market niche, and they have the same as for low-cost leadership, or they outmanage rivals in keeping the cost to a bare minimum and searching for innovative ways to bypass or reduce non-essential activities. So the only difference here between a low-cost provider strategy and a focused low-cost strategy is the size of the buyer group to which a company is appealing. The fourth one is a focused differentiation strategy. So, focused differentiation strategies are key to offering carefully designed products or services to appeal to the unique preferences and needs of a narrow, well-defined group of buyers, as opposed to a broad differentiation strategy aimed at many buyer groups and market segments. So, companies like Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, they employ successful differentiation-based focus strategies targeted at affluent buyers wanting products and services with world-class attributes. They just focus on a group of people here na kung saan those buyers are willing to pay a price premium for the very finest items available, thus opening the strategic window for some competitors to pursue differentiation-based focus strategies aimed at the very top of the market pyramid. So when does a focused low-cost or focused differentiation strategy is viable? A focused strategy aimed at securing a competitive edge based on either low cost or differentiation becomes increasingly attractive as more of the following conditions are met. So una is the target market niche is big enough to be profitable and offers good growth potential. And then next is industry leaders have chosen not to compete in the niche. Focusers can avoid battling head-to-head against the industry's biggest and strongest competitors. And it is costly or difficult for multi-segment competitors to meet the specialized needs of niche buyers and at the same time satisfy the expectations of mainstream customers. And the industry also has many different niche and segments, thereby allowing a focuser to pick a niche suited to its resource strengths and capabilities. And lastly, there are few, if any, rivals are attempting to specialize in the same target segment. And the last generic competitive strategy is the best cost provider strategy. This is a hybrid of low-cost provider and differentiation strategies that aim at satisfying buyer expectations on key quality, features, performance, service attributes, and meeting customers' expectations on price. Because companies pursuing best-cost strategies aim squarely at the sometimes great mass of value-conscious buyers looking for a good to very good products or service at an economical price. Kasi yung essence ng best cost provider strategy is para mabigyan yung customers ng mas more value for the money by satisfying them or satisfying their desires for appealing features, performance, quality, service, and charging a lower price for these attributes compared to rivals with similar caliber product offerings. So, in order for a company to employ this best cost provider strategy, they must have the capability to incorporate attractive or upscale attributes at a lower cost than rivals. So when does a best cost provider strategy works best? So a best cost provider strategy works best in markets where products differentiation is the norm and attractively large numbers of value-conscious buyers can be induced to purchase mid-range products rather than the basic products of low-cost producers or the expensive products of top-of-the-line differentiators. Kasi yung best cost provider, they usually needs position itself near the middle of the market where either a medium quality product at a below average price or di kaya at a high quality product at an average or slightly higher than average price. Kasi yung best cost provider strategy, they can also work well in recessionary times when great masses of buyers become value conscious and are attracted to economically priced products and services with specially appealing attributes. So there you go. Those are the 5 generic competitive strategies. Pero let's have a summary of all those 5 in order for us to more differentiate it. So yung una is yung low-cost provider strategy. This is striving to achieve lower overall cost than rivals and appealing to a broad spectrum of customers, usually by underpricing rivals. The next naman is yung broad differentiation strategy. So this strategy is seeking to differentiate the company's product or service from rivals in ways that will appeal to a broad spectrum of buyers. And then yung pangatlo is yung focused low-cost strategy. Ito naman is concentrating on a narrow buyer segment or market niche and out-competing rivals by having lower cost than rivals and thus being able to serve niche members at a lower price. And then yung pang-apat is yung focused differentiation strategy. Ito naman is concentrating on a narrow buyer segment and out-competing rivals by offering niche members customized attributes that meet their taste and requirements better than rivals' products. And then the last one is yung best cost provider strategy. So ito naman is giving customers more value for the money by satisfying buyers' expectations on key quality, features, performance, or service attributes while beating their price expectations. Kasi this option naman is a hybrid strategy that blends elements of low-cost provider and differentiation strategies. So yung strategy na to, this last strategy, it aims to have the lowest or best cost and prices among sellers offering products with comparable differentiating attributes. So there you go. That is the summary of the 5 generic competitive strategies. That ends my report. Thank you.